We'll kick it off at the top. Terry McLaurin feels like he's a better NFL wide receiver than fantasy wide receiver. Year in, year out, gets hyped as a player that could break into the top 12, yet has consistently produced as a back-end wide receiver 2, early wide receiver 3. There's some serious question marks about the quarterback room at the moment, Tom. Is Terry McLaurin a guy that you are just avoiding at all costs?
I mean, in best ball drafts, I'm sprinkling in some Terry McLaurin. I think there's easily ceiling outcomes for him. And I think, in the one game we saw him with Sam Howell, he had 3 catches for 74 yards and a touchdown on 6 targets. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that he does have big games. But with Terry McLaurin, it's just always a difficult click in redraft because you look back at his career, these are the quarterbacks that he's played with: Case Keenum, Dwayne Haskins, Alex Smith, Dwayne Haskins again, Kyle Allen, Taylor Heineke, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Garrett Gilbert, Carson Wentz, Taylor Heineke again, and Sam Howell. It's never been easy for Terry McLaurin, and I just don't think that it's suddenly going to start getting easy for him now with Sam Howell just intoned as the starter. I think if there was a situation where Jakobi Brissett was going to be obviously coming in at some point, then I'd be wheels up on Terry McLaurin. I think Jakobi Brissett could easily make McLaurin the most fantasy relevant he's been. But you look back last year, and with Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dotson both healthy and on the field, McLaurin's target share dropped down to a career low 21.8%. I'm high on Jahan Dotson. I think he flashed at times. I think that this offense, Eric Bieniemy is going to try and spread the ball around. He's going to keep defenses guessing, and he's going to look to get the ball out quickly a lot of the time because that offensive line isn't going to be particularly good either. So I'm a little worried that there's going to be a lot of dud weeks. And in redraft, when you set that lineup week after week, I think it's going to be very difficult knowing when to trust Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. I try not to buy too much into camp hype, but the noises out of Washington at the moment are horrendous. We're hearing that Jakobi Brissett, Sam Howell are both struggling to pick up the offense. There was a report today that Eric Bieniemy's too intense of a coach and he's upsetting people. It just sounds like this could be an entire offense that we're wanting to avoid. You've mentioned there that Jahan Dotson's also, competing for targets. I wouldn't be shocked if Jahan Dotson was the one in terms of target leader by the end of this year. I think that it could well be the passing of the torch. Yes, Terry McLaurin's not old, but he's getting up there. He obviously wasn't a young prospect when he first entered the league. And I just think that, for me, Terry McLaurin, I'm happy to take him if he falls past ADP, but this is a guy that I just can't see myself ever drafting him at ADP because there's so much better options in those middle rounds where it seems like there's plenty of exciting wide receivers.